Hi guys, just a quick update. I've not charged the scooter yet. You watched me a second ago basically put it all together. I didn't want to film taking off the deck because it's a right nightmare breaking the bead of mastic that's sealing the bottom of the deck. So I managed to get that off. There are two hidden screws on the deck underneath the front of the grip tape and at the back underneath the grip tape as well. But I got inside, I wanted to check the amp hour of the battery to make sure it is what I'm being sold. So as you can see, that is a 48 volt 21 amp hour battery. The blue speed limit wire, which is just there, is now disconnected, which should give this now a top speed of around 80 kilometers an hour. Once I've got some charge in this and charged it up ready to go, I'll lift the back wheel up and fire it up and just see what it actually says on the speedo. But I just wanted to do this quick update just so you could see what I was doing. If you are buying these things, it is best just to have a quick search through, just look through all the wire and make sure there's nothing that can contact anywhere. There's the speed controller sat in here, and where the charge wires go, the charge wires are touching the side of the speed controller. So I'm going to put a little foam pad just across the edge of that speed controller. I'm going to test it, see what I get out of it. I'm not even sure that I'm going to have to modify this speed controller because I think it's going to be plenty fast enough the way it is. I have got a picture of, well, your bike, wasn't it, that I modified last time?
Yeah.
That took that from 500 watts to 1000 watts just by adding the extra shunt. It did half the life of the battery, and Emma's bike only had quite a small battery. I think it was about a 13 amp hour battery on it, which was too fast for Emma because you're not really safe, are you?
It's not that I'm not safe. I just like my battery to last all the way instead of pushing it home.
Well, anyway, that's a quick update on this video. I'm going to call it a day on this one now and put this thing back together and put it on charge. Thanks for watching, guys. Just a bit of an update from yesterday. Made a schoolboy error. Too excited, bought it back. Before I'd even charged it, took it all to pieces, disconnected the speed limiter. Wanted to check over everything. I checked over all the stuff that I could literally see visually. Put a foam pad on the side of the speed controller, so where the charger goes into the input on this side, I've literally just stopped that from going into that. But what I didn't notice is the speed controller main harness there was right down at the bottom of the wiring, and it wasn't connected to the LCD display. So literally I've put it all back together yesterday, put it back on charge. When it had charged, I've got it back out, turned it all on, the voltmeter lit up, but the LCD display wouldn't power up. So I've got up this morning, I've stripped the deck back off it again, gone through the wiring. I mean, they've made a right mess of the wiring, so I am going to take all of these out, straighten them all back up so they're nice and neat. But literally the harness from the controller to the LCD display wasn't connected. So I've literally just plugged that all back together. This time, before I put it back together, because it's charged, I've tested it, everything's working. Lifted the back wheel off the ground, gave it a quick spin, and it's doing around about 90 kilometers an hour with the back wheel just off the floor. So everything seems to be working as it should now. So literally I can put it all back together and she's ready to go.